Well, hello, everybody out there in all the social media lands. Redrani Davy, the happiness lady here, coming to you from Nash Vegas, Tennessee. And today I have two very, very special guests. They happen to be a couple, Emily and Colin King. And we're going to talk to them today about, and I know it's backwards, just bear with me, Mandu. And right here, you guys, because I've been on the Tickety Talk and I've had a lot of you go, what do you keep talking about in this electrocution workout? Because you know how silly I be. And the very first time I tried it, that's what it kind of reminded me about. So without further ado, I'd rather have the professionals tell you what it is, because it's not electrocution. It's something that's actually very fascinating and has a lot of science behind it. So let's start with that. What is Mandu, you guys?
Well, when we first started, one of the words that we weren't supposed to use was electrocution.
That's what we call a trigger word.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
My listeners, that's what actually pulled them in. So sometimes it's the opposite of what you think it's going to do.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So Mandu is a boutique fitness studio concept, and we are actually the first FDA-cleared EMS training workout. And what we do essentially is that we will have a client come in, we will hook them up to a whole body EMS suit, and then we perform a workout on a medical grade device called an eFit device. And that device will send an electrical current to their body through electrodes in these suits that we put on them. And this electrical current is just basically stimulating the electrical current that you already have inside your body. So everybody is made up of electrical impulses. It's what helps you walk, helps you move. Right now, my arm moving, that's an electrical impulse going from my brain into my arm, right? Telling me what to move. So we're essentially we're tapping into that and making it stimulate it more to where we can cause a muscle to actually contract involuntarily. So we can actually create resistance without adding a load to the body. So that is why we, as you see online, it always says ultra low impact. It is scientifically proven. It is absolutely ultra low impact. And so this workout,
it doesn't look like I'm doing anything.
Right. Yeah. And I always make jokes about that whenever we have somebody come in who is, a first timer, and they'll look at the workout and they're sitting there saying, they don't even look like they're doing anything. But then once they're in the suit, they can actually feel the resistance. It feels like it's imaginary, but it is a real resistance to the body. Mm-hmm. And this workout is 15 minutes, but 15 minutes is equivalent to 6 to 8 hours of strength training in the gym. And we base that off of studies before with blood work done where we can see an actual muscle destruction, by the myoglobin into the body. I don't want to get too sciencey on you, but we're able to see blood toxicity from that muscle breakdown. And it is equal to a 6 to 8 hour workout.
Yeah. So, you guys, I can testify. All right. I remember the very first time I came in, because here's the thing also, you get to try it first before you decide whether or not you're going to choose
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah. Your first session is free.
Yeah. First session is always free.
So I decided, well, what have I got to lose? And I was flying out later that day to go to a class in Houston. Okay. And this was like mid-COVID shutdown thing where they were just starting to open things back up again. Because I had actually signed up to my freebie right before everything got shut down. And so it was like I had to wait a year, I think, to get in the door. But I go one morning and Emily greets me there. She's so sweet. I'm the only one there. It's pouring down rain. And what I loved about it is that I don't even have to soil my own clothes, y'all. I get naked in the dressing room. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All copacetic. I get naked. I put on their workout clothes, which is basically tights that come a little below the calf, and then a shirt that comes a little below my muscle and my bicep. And then they spray you down with warm water. And you're like, oh no, now they're going to hook up electrodes. Because that's what went through my mind. I'm like, okay. And they put on this vest. Well, I put the vest on. They help you strap into this thing. If any of you guys, have ever watched Star Trek, it kind of looks like a Borg to me because it's got all these wires and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use that one on future first time. I like that. Yeah. I know exactly
what baby boomers like me are going to know exactly what you're talking.
Uh-huh.
about. Okay. This vest and then these shorts, sort of shorts things. And then they zip you in like a corset, man, super tight. So that these EMS electrical, what is it? Electrical, what does EMS stand for?
It's electrical muscle stimulation.
Thank you. Okay. So these EMS units are all through this vest and these shorts, and the water, you know, they have to make contact. And that's that piece that's actually speaking to your body like your brain normally does. And so then, you know, they push the little button and it goes, and I'm like feeling it like zapping me all over. And then we start these exercises. Let me just show you. This is one of the exercises. Right? Does it look like I'm doing a damn thing?
Mm-hmm.
No. But here I've got it with the bicep thing on and the calf thing on, and it's stimulating those muscles. And so it's like the simplest things, like I'm punching.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It doesn't look like anything. And it's just 15 minutes. And as we're doing it, they're like, is there any area you want to turn up? And I'm like, yeah, let's turn up the abs. Oh, okay, stop. You know, oh, I can't feel my calves. Turn them. Oh, okay, that's good. And then incrementally we'll go up and we'll go up. And even the time, I think the very first time I did it, it was like 8 seconds on and then 4 seconds off or something. I don't remember now.
What it was a
32
4 second on, 4 seconds off, and it's equivalent. It's a 8 full, you know, interval, I guess is what you call it. 4 seconds on, 4 seconds off, and then 4 seconds on, 4 seconds back, and just nonstop throughout the workout.
That's right. That's right. Now that was a long time ago when I did my first one.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely progressed.
I remember
You're
that.
Higher level now, yeah, absolutely.
Like, can I do this? And then I get on a plane. I'm like, I'm not really feeling anything. I don't think this did much for me at all. And then the next morning, I have to go to class. And you guys, I don't know, you know how fancy I'd be because you've seen some of my other ticketed talks, you know, with the fur coats and all the stuff. All I brought were tickety ass heels with my nice suits for these classes I'm taking. And I was like, oh my Lord, I can't move. So I didn't move much. I sat in my seat a lot and just crossed my legs a lot. You know, that was kind of the thing. And it took me about 2 to 3 days to get over it. So by the time I'm flying back, I'm cool. And then that was when, and at that time I was only going to sign up for a month. And I went, wait a minute. If it's actually working my muscles this quick, what would happen if I actually went 2 to 3 times a week?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we see the most benefit for clients going at least twice a week. That's where they really start ramping up. I like to describe Mandu as a phase of 3. It's like the Mandu journey. It's a phase 1 is adaptation, which is what you were describing, where your body just normally that first 1 to 2, maybe 3, your body has to acclimate to what's going on. It's almost like, once again, one of our trigger words, your body's almost in shock, right? After what happens is because this pulse is a lot different than just working out in the gym. You know, it sounds similar, right? It's strength training is what we're doing. But what's happening is this in a conventional gym, when you're lifting as, you know, heavy as you can, you're really trying to do a strength workout. You're only targeting or penetrating about 65% of your muscle fibers in your muscle compartment, you know, whatever you're working out. Here, you are absolutely getting 95+% of your muscle fibers. So it's extremely thorough. It goes very deep into the muscles. So we're actually targeting dormant muscle fibers that you've never targeted before. So essentially, I feel like to say that the strength increase in just a regular person is increase. I mean, we're basically unlocking hidden strength within everyone that does it.
Dude, okay, true story. You guys, it's like, you know, you got these lats back here that you don't really ever work out, and, you know, unless you're doing like strength training and all that. But, you know, some of us maybe we're just playing tennis, or I'm a runner, you know, and certain muscles that I don't really use.
Right.
And, you know, I could feel areas of my body that I don't normally feel. Even these, I forgot what's pectoris minus or something, or minors or whatever it is. This area was lifting, girls.
Right.
If you're my age is older, you're going to want to do the lift.
Yeah.
I'm joking. It's
right.
I'm watching my shelf booty come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do a godzillion squats to get there, or wall sit.
Well,
I used to do 5-minute wall sit, you know?
Yeah. Well, at the gym, even if you did go to the gym, to try to grow, you know, your glutes or your pecs or all that. You use your strongest muscles to get that movement done. So here we don't compensate like we do at the gym. So we're able to really target those muscle groups, especially in the posterior chain where a lot of people are weaker, to develop those muscles more without compensating in the gym.
I get that because I can definitely tell that I'm stronger, y'all. You know, I mean, I used to do Pilates 3 times a week, go boxing twice a week, and then I ran anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. And I would go to the gym maybe once a week just for a little, just keep the muscle, you know, toned or whatever. And then with the lockdown and everything, that wasn't happening. And my work schedule got to be really crazy. I moved my mom in, and all of a sudden I wasn't able to do all those things. And then of course the lockdown. So this was a way for me to get a lot more accomplished in a lot less time. So if that's something, your schedules are busy, 15 minutes, y'all. So what you do is you show up 10, 15 minutes before, they suit you up, 15 minutes, you're doing your workout. And then within like another 10 at the door, you're in and out within an hour. What kind of workout can actually give you these kind of benefits with such little investment of your time?
Yeah, and I'll even better that. We had a video done where we actually pretty much timed the whole in and out. You can do this in about 30 minutes. You come in 15 minutes before, 15-minute workout, depending on, of course, how fast you change, but right. I'm a quick changer. You know, I don't want I get it out pretty quick, so I can do it in about 30 minutes. Yeah, I always tell people, I said, you cannot beat that. This is the most time efficient workout you can do around. There is nothing else more efficient than this. So work moms, busy dads, traveling a lot. You know, we have a bunch of studios across the country. You can go to any studio. Once you sign up, you can go to any studio in the country. If you have to be in Dallas, there's a Dallas studio there.
Oh, wow.
In Chicago, there's 3 in Chicago. You know, there's Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina. We have 3 in the Middle Tennessee area. We have 3 in Memphis, actually. Florida, we have 1 in Naples. I mean, you name it. I believe we have 16 studios right now with more coming. Wow. We are looking at expanding. So anybody that's interested in investing, you know.
you can have your own studio, you guys. I mean, why not? I mean, because this is, I'm telling you, it's a best kept secret now, but it's not going to stay that way. In fact, this was something that started in Europe, and I know there's a little backstory about how it even made it.
Yeah, it's in my opinion, it's quite funny. It's a great story. Do you want to tell her? You
seem excited about it.
Yeah, no, I love this story. So the owner of Manduu is Jason Ritson, and so he heard about this. I think while he was down in Florida, somewhere around there, and there was a studio at the time in Miami. So he flew down to Miami, and he wanted to try this out. So his plan was to, you know, destroy the idea of it. You know, he was like, this is a joke. He said, I'm gonna destroy this thing. This is gonna be nothing to me.
Tell them what Jason's like before.
So you see this? Imagine this, but about 2 or 3 times that.
Okay, like the size of your head.
He's a big dude. He's a big dude, and he actually, if you ever ask the man, he will tell you that all of that is from Manduu. He doesn't even lift anymore. All he does is this, and he is a big dude. He's very, very fit. So he went down and was, you know, once again, kind of one of those, I got this. And he did the workout, and the workout actually kicked his butt. And he was sore, I believe 4 or 5 days. He had a pump for multiple days, you know, and for, you know, gym goers, you know what I mean by pump is that you get that, you know, muscles feels a little swollen up, you know, you feel a little extra, you know, big, if you will. Everybody's looking for that, right? Well, you have that. And so he bought the company. Literally, this device proved him so wrong that he had to buy it. Yeah, I love hearing that.
That's funny. I want to show you guys something really funny. Hold on, because that reminds me. Because you guys, I used to go myself. Now I got to find it. I've been in a few magazines because I was a bodybuilder. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that. Here it is. Okay. So this is, now I'm giving away my age. This is, you've heard of Newsweek
Yes.
Oh yeah.
magazine, right?
Mhm.
This is April of 1984, before the two of you were even an apple in your daddy's eyes. And they came through UT Knoxville, which is where I went to school at the time. I've got a few places now that I've been to school because I like learning. I'm very curious. And they decided to do this story on bodybuilders in campus. And you guys, I would get up at 4 a.m. to work out at a man's gym, strictly because I was modeling at the time. And there were a couple other guy models there that said, you've got to come to this gym, but it was just for men's. So I had to be there by 5 o'clock to work out and get out by 6. And okay, don't laugh at the hair. That's me in a purple bikini.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that crazy?
I tell you what, your arms look just like that.
About working out. You know what's that, honey?
Nice.
There I am. All right. And the dude up here is the guy that I used to model with. And we would go dancing or whatever. And he would wear like a white tuxedo looking thing. And I'd wear a little black dress and we would just kill it. But I mean, I invested hours, lost so much sleep, trying to stay fit as a model and all the things. And then and now I can just knock out 2 to 3 15-minute workouts in a week and see the results act quick. And I love how this guy was trying to disprove them. And thank goodness he did, because we wouldn't have it.
We wouldn't be here.
And then you got right.
Right.
And I wish it had been there. I don't know. Some of you guys know my story. Now I'm trying to remember when it happened. 2008, I was in India and was on a peace, love, and understanding retreat, meditation retreat, chanting and all the things one does. We crazy, wild meditators. And there was a terrorist attack and I got shot, point blank range. My neck was grazed. My tricep was shut out. I know that looks like a bitchin' tricep, but that's actually where it got shot out. I have a tricep there. And then one bullet entered my right femur and shattered the bone, basically. So I had to wear a prosthesis, which is actually strapped around the leg and wait for the bone to grow back together. And that took almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And what would it have been like if something like this had been around? I've seen people come in wheelchairs. I've seen people come in with, assisted canes, that kind of thing. So it's diverse. It's not just for someone who's over the top athlete type minded person. So who are the people that would be looking for Mandu, in your opinion? I'm sure it's all walks of life. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have people of, any fitness level who could come in here and do this. Like you mentioned, we have people who come in wheelchairs or canes, and someone who's, had a stroke and has a lot of weakness on one side of their body, or people who, have, wow, my brain is slipping me.
So essentially our actual clientele, think of the norm that we normally see are actually the people who are not athletes. So this is for, like I said before, this is for, really people who don't want to go to the gym, who can't go to the gym time-wise, or just don't like the environment. That's kind of, this is the perfect spot, because this is, I call it semi-private.
Yeah.
The most you would have is maybe a stranger, like a partner, and then the trainer. At most of the time you have about 3 people in the studio at once, depending on, of course, which location, because as we grow in volume, we do add, all studios are built to be able to withstand about 4 devices. And right now, in some devices, some studios we have 2. So like I said, and there is the way we do it, there's a bleed over. So like I said, you'll always only ever work out with one other person.
I got my thought back.
I love it.
Okay, now we're back into it.
I got my thought back. My brain was just out somewhere.
All good.
The hamster got stuck.
Good, thank you.
What I was going to say is we have people even who have MS who come in here and their neural pathways are damaged. That's kind of what causes MS. And so they can't really feel the impact of the workout, but they're actually able to come in here and grow muscle. So it's very fascinating working with people who have MS, because they couldn't go to a gym and get the same type of workout or the benefit that they do here without injury. So we have great success stories with our clients who have that, and they continue to come to Mandu, once, twice, 3 times a week for years now, which has been really great. And then our athletes have actually, that we do have athletes who come in here and they're able to better their workouts in the gym. Some people, they love the workout in the gym and that's what their passion is, but this can help them reach that next level. Like if they have a weakness, we can target that weakness better in here so they can go and have a better performance outside of here.
Yeah, we by no means disregard, we don't, if athlete wants to come in here, we can definitely achieve their goal for them. We're able to specify. So I like to say specificity is our bread and butter, right? So this device, we're able to tailor muscle groups, rather than just we just turn a knob and say, all right, you're good to go, do whatever. Our trainers are a 4-year degreed, or maybe even we have a lot of master degreed trainers as well that are within the related field, exercise science, kinesiology, physical therapy, things like, things in that field.
Right. All of our trainers can cater a workout to anyone based on their goals. So we all have the skills and knowledge to do that.
Mm-hmm. I'm so comfortable because I know that you guys have my back.
Right.
Like if I came in jet lagged because I just got back from Italy and I was like, I'm going to have to turn it down a couple of notches. And I'm
gonna bet you we gave you exactly what you wanted too. I bet you it was right on the dot. And that was like what Emily was saying earlier about the, clients come in 2-3 times a week, and we did speak earlier where that is where everybody starts getting the best results from that. Is that's beyond where we're in that adaptation, right? So there's that adaptation phase. That's where we get in that work phase. So that's phase 2 of the Mandu journey, is the work phase. That's where we start implementing goals, targeting what you want. Like an example, if we have a boxer that comes in and the boxer wants to maybe get a little extra twitch, right? Get a little bit quicker. We actually can change the device and the settings, the type of current that goes into their body. We can actually target different muscle fiber types. Mm-hmm. So we can target type 2, type 1. So think endurance, stamina, cycling. Dynamic. If you want to be a better cyclist, you can ride longer. We can target actually specific muscle groups for that goal, or that specificity. Yeah, for the specific goal, right? So like the type 2 is more, more explosive, hypertrophy, build muscle, things like that. The type 1 builds muscle as well. And that's what's pretty great about this, is that really no matter what you do in this, the physiological benefit that you get from doing the workout is, you just can't beat it, no matter what type of workout you do. But because there's always going to be muscle building, right? No matter what you do, but we can actually target different type of muscles to get maybe a desired goal. Yep.
We work somebody smarter, not harder.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
We don't believe in that. Yeah. We believe in working harder, not harder. Yeah. Right. Right.
Harder, not harder. I love it. Well, here's the other thing too. I know that you have different programs for different things that people are trying to achieve, like where you were going with this, like, if it's about lean muscle mass, losing weight, or it's about, gaining weight and building muscle, there's different programs that you can do. And I got to tell you guys, I love this stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's the best stuff out there. That is we've got special digestive enzymes in that powder, as she's pointing out right there, that will allow you be able to absorb all of the nutrients within that powder. And naturally, and it is what it is. Naturally, the body will excrete some of the nutrients in whatever you're consuming. Those enzymes in that powder will actually allow you to hold that and actually absorb it and use it properly. So that is the best powder out there, in my opinion, obviously.
It's kind of magical. Here's what I love about it, because a lot of times I don't even have time to eat. And here I'm trying to get in enough protein in my routine. And so what I do first thing in the morning, I actually chug.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. I do a cashew milk, which is about 3 to 4 ounces, scoop of this, a little bit of cinnamon. And, and then I'm kind of a no breakfast sort of person. I know that's not a lot of times I'll eat breakfast for lunch or dinner, but then I'll get that midday, gosh, I'm hungry. And I do another shot of it. Now if I want to make it a whole meal and throw blueberries in it and all the stuff, I can, banana, all the things. raw egg. I did that a couple of times to get a little extra proteinage in there, you know. Back in the day when I was working out, I would drink 3 raw eggs a day with my protein powder. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd recommend it. You can't really taste it if you put a banana in there. I'm just saying. But this stuff is a game changer. And then you also have vitamin supplements. There's a liquid supplement I was taking for a while that now you have the vitamin form of it. And how did these get developed? Because this is like it's like you guys can go in just for this little workout, or you can do this whole package thing and really take care of your body with all these
Well, I think
supplements and nutrients, you know.
Yeah. I think what's really important, what you said is, you know, you don't have to make a big meal out of these shakes. A lot of the times people say, I just can't get the right amount of protein in. You know, I'm too full. I can't consume that much protein, but just down it like a little shot. You only have to add a little bit of water, shake it up, down it throughout your day, once or twice a day, and you're going to hit your protein goals, and you're going to see the results from that. Rather if you weren't.
Yeah, the gym goers know what I mean when I say it doesn't clump. Right, that's a perfect blending.
It doesn't.
I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. It says on the back, it says 8 ounces of water, you know, mixed with 8 ounces. I'm gonna tell you, I'm an avid user. I seriously, because I don't like protein powder. I don't. But that's the only one I'll drink is ours. I'll put seriously maybe 3 ounces of water. You can ask her.
Yeah.
I do that about this much,
tasty.
and I shake it up in a blender bottle, and it's no clump. I just chug it and I'm done. And it's the perfect cheat code.
Yeah.
I don't even need my. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Emily.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just gonna say, especially with the digestive enzymes in it, it does not upset your stomach. So some people can't tolerate protein powders. Ours is very easily able to be digested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, I don't really need my blender. I drop it in the blender. I mean, I blend it for like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I'm just doing it to mix it up, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you could do it in one of those little shakers, you guys.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. So by all means, you know, if you just protein powder, drop by Mandu and get you something. They got chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah, and just like what you were saying, where you can do quote you, it's like you can do a workout but you could do a whole package thing and really work on yourself. It's really, I like that you said that because it's really that simple. It's not just coming in and doing it, which is a win in itself, is getting the workout in, right? Because like I said, it's a physiological benefit. It's fantastic just to do it. But if you really want to see the results, it's almost like you have to make a behavior change outside of the studio. So we give our 100%, and it's up to you to start making the necessary changes that you need to, if you need to make the changes, right? I mean, we have super fit, healthy people that do this. They already have their, diet down outside of there. So we don't, it's not like it's a critique. It's just they're on it more than, some other people might be. So what you want to do is just accept, and I don't know if you see in the back, but we have an InBody device, and that InBody device will actually tell you the truth on what's going on. So as you scan, it will show you muscle mass, body fat mass, visceral fat. It will even tell how healthy your cells are. So it's a whole body comp, of what's going on within your body. And, if you do the workout, that's fantastic. You will see strength increases, things like that. But if you really want to see changes, real changes, you have to make changes outside of the studio. So that is like an example. What you did is you got the protein powder. That's part of a necessary change because you need the protein to be able to build bigger and stronger muscles.
Right.
And
I had to do it fast, you guys, because I just don't have the time to get it.
Right. Yeah. And most people don't.
I love this body composition machine, you guys. You walk in, I told you get naked, you put on their workout clothes. Before they spray you down, you walk over to this little machine, put your heels, you got to be barefoot. And so and that's the thing, you can work out barefoot too. I've been using shoes because I find that it's easier for me to stabilize it that way, but you don't even need your workout shoes. So you put your bare feet, your heels are on the pads and whatnot. You hold these handles away from your body, like, you're like this. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what's going on there. And then it literally reads your body and the muscle composition and all the things. And then when you actually go to the very end of it, where it has the comp, you can see where you have increased your muscle mass, where you've decreased your fat. It's like, I like knowing that I'm getting results. And a lot of times, you can't see them right away, but this machine is literally tracking everything your body is doing. And my body actually, you guys have worked out with me, so you know how excited I get when I start working out. It's like within.
She does. She gets very excited. Yes.
My body just starts doing this kind of, because I'm so, as an energy healer and someone who's very connected to bodies. I don't just talk to mine. I talk to other people's bodies as well. Within 4 to 6 minutes, I can actually feel my endorphins kicking in as if I've been running that 3rd or 4th mile, because that's usually how far I have to be before it really kicks in. Right. And this is one of those things where my body's like happy. It's laughing. My cells are dancing.
And you beat me to it, because that was where we were going to start going into, is that there's more than just a, what's the word? Oh yeah, look how jacked I am. It's more than that. This is, I mean, we have a 99-year-old. We've had a 99-year-old be able to do this. It's more than, think of it as there's internal benefits as well. So like when you're talking about the endorphins, you do get an endorphin release doing this, like a runner's high doing this. And you know what the natural painkiller is? Endorphins.
Right.
So we have clients with bad low backs that have actually volunteered this information. Just tell us, man, my back, just doing a session feels so much better. And, I don't want to deceive anybody, make any confusion. Obviously, after a couple of days, if they have chronic low back pain, it will start returning. But as you keep coming to Manduu and strengthen your low back, it will dissipate until it's no longer there.
Well, it was interesting when we had our shutdown from COVID and we weren't able to have the studios open. I was doing Manduu, 2 times a week regularly, and my back pain, it did go away. I don't have chronic back pain, but when we had the shutdown and I wasn't able to do the workout, my back pain came back full force.
Full force.
Yeah.
I had to. It was.
You have to walk on her things.
Turned into calling the house dad. Pretty much like I had the house husband. I had to take care of my poor wife here. I had a bunch of back massages, a bunch of smoothies, protein smoothies, things like that. We had to stretch.
I need Colin's number, Emily. I need Colin's number for no. I don't have one of those. I don't have a honeydew.
Yeah, she had her own personal masseuse.
Fabulous. Well, here, I could talk to you guys forever, but I do want to ask you one more thing before we say bye-bye to our people in the future who are going to be watching this. And I'm sure you're going to be talking to some of them as well. How did you guys find Manduu? I mean, because were you already studying kinesiology and all the things, and then somebody mentioned it to you? Or when did you get involved? What's your stories?
Well, I graduated from college with my bachelor's in kinesiology, and then I did with a concentration in physical therapy. So I was very interested in that, and I moved to Tennessee, and I started looking for a job, and I found this place. I was just looking, through Indeed, and it sounded very interesting. I came in for an interview. I met Colin. I started learning all these things.
I was actually the first person she saw, by the way. She walked in.
Right. I'm liking this story a lot. All right.
I mean, really, it's pretty cool because the owner talks about it too. It's like, the first Manduu love, it's pretty, it was pretty awesome. Yeah. How it happened. Yeah.
But it was so great that I could take, my degree and what I've learned and apply it in my job on an everyday basis. And, we really are practitioners at Manduu, our trainers here. We can, really focus on an individual and what they need and what they can benefit from getting from Manduu. So.
And a husband sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that worked out.
I guess.
So I was.
Okay. She's calling me. All right. Okay. There. I just sent her a text. Sorry, I can't talk right now. All right. So obviously you got there first. So what brought you to Manduu?
Okay. Yeah. It wasn't too. I've been here about 4 years.
I'm almost.
And she was almost 4. I think you are 4 months behind me. So I've been there about 4 months before she showed up. But I graduated with a bachelor's in exercise science. And I was actually, it was kind of funny. I was while I was still in college, I was at my athletic advisor's room, and she was on Facebook. and she noticed a ad pop up for Manduu, and she said, that sounds interesting. So I started out as a client, actually. I did my first session as a client. So I was not an employee. I just showed up, signed up, did a first session, wanted to see what it was about. And so I did the workout. It was kind of, incidentally, before I even knew him, I actually somewhat thought of it like the owner as well. I said, all right, let's see what this thing can do. I'm sure I'll be fine. Because I was a 5 to 6 day a week gym goer. I mean, religiously, I was religiously. And so I went in here and said, I'm going to destroy this thing. Let's see. I doubt this thing will be anything. And so I told them, I said, look, I know I understand the anatomy. I understand what this does to you because, as I stated before, there's an adaptation period. You have to build up strength to be able to handle a really hard workout with this, right? And so I just told them, I said, I'm good to go. I said, let's see what you got. I talked, I knew what I needed to do, afterwards. And so they said, all right. And so they cranked me up a little bit. Like I've been there for a little bit.
Right.
I was sore for about 2 weeks. And the first day
you were really showboating. You must have really been showboating.
Right, you don't do that.
So I was a trainer, and I can remember training guys, and they really wanted to show off how strong they were and all this stuff.
And it kicked my butt.
One guy almost, we had to call an ambulance.
It kicked my butt. The next day, I thought, I was like, this was a joke. It was a scam. But what we get with this, it's actually a science aspect to it. It's called DOMS. So you get delayed onset muscle soreness with this workout. So the next day, I was like, this is a scam. About 36 hours from my workout. So about 12 hours later, I woke up the next morning. And I fell out of my bed and going down the stairs. It was like holding the rail, doing like this down the stairs and getting in my car. I had to kind of So I'll put it this way. I say all that to say that proved it. They sold me. So right when I graduated, I applied. And I told them, that I was interested immediately, and they were, looking for people. So it was, we both got on very easily. It was like meant to be almost.
Right. You created your life there.
Right, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
I love it. And it's funny because you guys, what I do is I get on my treadmill the day after I work out. Because I know if I wait 2 days, and I've done it before, where I start out and then within like the first mile, I'm already walking, have to walk slowly. Then I'm like squeezing my quads and going, come on, let's do this.
Right. It's like you start at 5 miles an hour, and then about 5 minutes in, you got to go to like 2 miles an hour. Yeah. Or holding on to it as you walk. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It is.
But that's the big thing is, that I really want everybody to get from this is that it is not a silver bullet, and I know that sounds kind of weird because we've been hyping this up, but I'm going to get real. This is the same thing as a gym. It's just a lot more efficient, and you do get quicker and better results, but it's a consistency thing. So you can't do it. You can't do it for 3 months and then you're done. It is as I was talking about 3 phases, I was kind of spreading them out to you kind of see what I'm doing here. It's an adaptation, build up to it. The work phase, which is where you get goal oriented, right? We push for those goals. We do what we need to do with settings, things like that. And then the last one is the maintenance phase of Manduu. And that's where you do this forever. You just come in to maintain that strength, because everyone does have a biological endpoint where results may pretty much plateau. And the only things you can do is either start looking at hormones or just, deal with it. You just maintain that strength that you built. So then you get a better quality of life, right? So we have, the 99-year-old that is in a walker, and then now he's off the walker. You get things like that, where you get just a better quality of life. Right. So so our goal with everyone is to get them to the work phase, or I'm sorry, the maintenance phase. We want to get them to the maintenance phase where they can they understand exactly what we're doing. They get it. They come quickly and just maintain the strength and muscle that you've put on with them.
Right. Yeah, I travel a lot. So it's when I'm in town, believe me, I am there like almost every other day. But like just now I was in Italy for work, and I was gone for 13 days. And then I came back and had the worst jet lag. was like, I remember jet lag. It's been a long, because I hadn't really been able to travel out of the country. And it's recently, the last 2 trips I did were out of the country. So it is nice to know that my body remembers. I mean, I went in yesterday and I could get on my treadmill today, and and then I'm fixing to leave again for a little while, but it is that maintenance thing. I mean, you can't expect to go once or twice a month,
right,
and see results.
right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Any just doing it at all is a physiological benefit. But when you really want to change your life, it needs to be a constant. It needs to be like kind of what do we call it? Part of your routine, in life. Everybody needs their coffee, right? You got the coffee drinkers. It's every day. Yeah, say this one. It's like 2 or 3 a day, right? You have to have it, right?
Same.
So this is one of those things where you have to. Yeah, right. You got to have the coffee. Yeah. Well, you got to have your Manduu. Yeah. 1 to 3. Like I said, you get the best twice or more, but 1 to 3 times a week. You have to have your Manduu in there, even if once again you're at that maintenance phase. You maintain the strength by continuing to work out. Yeah. I mean, it's the same ideology as a gym goer. If you stop going, you will lose it. So fitness is perishable, and it does not change with EMS. Same thing. You stop doing this, you will start losing it. It's that kind of thing. So you want to keep maintaining a healthy balance of fitness in your life.
Well, a good example of that is our clients who came back right after the COVID shutdown, and they were regular Manduu goers. They all saw a major drop in muscle mass from not being able to do it, but they were able to, work, getting back in and gaining the muscle mass back. But it was a good example of like what happens when you stop doing your Manduu sessions.
Sure. Don't perish, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of, and it was one of those things where that was one of the only good things that came out of that was that our clients, any client that had maybe a hesitation of, I mean, is this really what it is? When they got on the InBody, I mean, before they even got on, they knew. They came in after, right when we reopened, and their clothes fit different. Their knees started hurting. It hurt to get out of bed. Things like that they weren't having a problem with anymore. Well, they got on the InBody. They lost muscle mass, gained body fat, and it was almost like it proved to them, that this is the real deal. So then they, obviously, as they went back into it, they readapted. Everything went back to where it was, and now they're obviously even better now that they've maintained a consistent workout.
Well, that kind of happened. I didn't get to start Mandu until right when you guys were opening up again, and then I got COVID, and I was like, I have to suspend my membership, and I didn't go back. I didn't go back, and I let months go by. I think like 3 or 4 months go by, and then I guess it was Emily that emailed me and said, "Hey." Yeah. Where are you?
Like, back in here. Yeah.
I went, okay. And so it was like the middle of January, and I went, okay, February 1st, I'm coming back. And it was like, I got on the machine and I could see the things you were just talking about. And I remembered why I loved it so much, and I just jumped right back in, and man, I was sore for about 2 weeks. Anyway.
That first one. Yeah.
I came in when I was sore. Yeah, I was like, I'm sore from the last I did 3 days ago, but here I am. Yeah, and it was okay.
And you know what? And it won't be 2 weeks, because now your strength has returned, so the recovery is a lot quicker. Yeah. And and of course, I want everybody to know that's watching this, my soreness in 2 weeks, everything like that. I went harder than we would on you. We have protocols that obviously we're all
showboating.
Yeah, we're all educated. We have settings, pretty much. I mean, I'm a guy.
And like those guys. I mean, when I was,
I can't explain it.
I was training.
I can't explain it. I don't know. But I can't explain it.
We love that you're a man. We love that you're a man at Manduu, which is another weird thing, because Manduu means nothing. Well, actually, it means something it's some Asian word for sushi, I think. Manduu.
Oh, is it?
I was looking it up because I was like, why did you put Manduu? Everybody asks.
It might be like a sweet roll of some sort.
I think it's like a dumpling.
Dumpling or something.
That's it. It's a dumpling.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So you're not going to turn into a dumpling, but you will perish if you don't maintain.
Hey, fitness, it is fitness. I'm telling you, if you don't use it, you will lose it. I mean, it's just a fact. It will happen. You got to maintain a fitness level, to maintain that strength.
I love it. I think we should end on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was great. You guys are amazing. I'm really looking forward to my peeps watching this, and what will it create? And you guys, the first one's free. Hey, and here's another thing. If you want to challenge me, I'm happy to do that first one with you.
Oh yeah.
Reach out to me, and I got Emily's number. I'll just text her and go,
Yeah.
Right.
Another one. Let's because what they do is they block out a little extra time to answer all your questions, all the things. And these are all professionals. So what have you got to lose?
Yeah, think of that first one's like an orientation. We'll teach you. We'll educate you how to do it, and what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's just you and the trainer during that session.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm there.
Right, right. Unless you have a friend or Ronnie coming. Yeah, absolutely. So you go to Manduu.com, and in the top right corner, you'll see a claim first free session. You just click that, and you just follow through the prompts there, and then we'll get you set. And we'll notice you on the schedule there, and you'll be able to pick a time. You can pick any studio you like, and then we'll get the workout in.
Yeah. And tell them that Rudrani Devi, the happiness lady, sent you.
Yes. And speaking of that referral, we do also have a very, very unlimited supply of referrals so essentially it's a program that never ends. If you bring in your friends and they sign up, you get $30, maybe even $50, kind of depends on, we do specials here and there, but $30 to $50 of credit will go to your account as a new member. So you could, that will go on your next charge, will be a cheaper price per month. So we have some clients that pay for a package, but it's actually free because they bring in so many clients.
Right.
So it's, you can't beat that deal.
Not at all. So don't choose.
Bring in all your friends.
Yeah, your friend's going to be looking at you and go, man, what are you doing? I said, well, you can have this too. I mean, not this.
Right.
Definitely have, the body you desire. It's, you get what you put into it. That's for sure. Well, thank you guys so much for this. This has been great. I can't wait to see what it creates, and all the peeps out there and all the socials. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sell anything. I just be who I be. If I really love something, I am that, I'm that person screaming it from the top of a mountain. So, it's your choice. But if you can get how excited I am about it, it's like a revolution.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, this is the evolution of fitness. This is the new thing. We're all of you and everyone else here is just ahead of the curve on the evolution of it. It's sooner or later it's going to be everywhere.
I agree. So get on the bandwagon now before it's too late.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Guys, we'll be watching you in the future. Ciao, ciao for now.
All right. Bye.